We are here at Manaupete Farms in Chibombo District, near Mwatsompola village. We are here to do a demo practice on making compost. Behind me, you've seen that we are getting the manure for ruminant animals and chicken, getting them to the site where we'll be setting up our own composting site. You might be someone who is interested, you might be an environmentalist, an agriculturalist, you are having a garden, you grow different types of crops. This is a sustainable way of doing things. Let's turn that trash into treasure and make wealth. Now we're going to show you how every step is going to happen during this process.
All these food scraps, such as kitchen waste, like organic matters like the eggshells, shima, vegetables, except from plastics, can be used for composite manure. So, as you can see, we are collecting this. We are going to use them to make composite manure. We also have banana peels. Then you can also use something like cardboard. You can also add, but don't add plastic. Hi, so now that we have collected the kitchen scraps or rather waste, we are at the site. As you can see behind me, it's being cleared. That's why we'll carry out our demo, and all these greens that are being cleared will be made use of. And behind me we also have like dead leaves. We can also utilize these.
We're here at the site where we're going to start our compost. This is where we're going to put our first heap. As you can see, this is where the area is.
Hello everyone, this is Chris Pamilis. As you can see, I'm on site with my other team, EcoStewards for Health Initiative. We are here, we want to make our first bunch of compost. A nation that destroys itself is a nation that destroys itself. So I urge everyone to make their own compost for both the community and home gardening and everything.
Okay, that's Mr. Shadrach doing the most there.
Hi everyone, this is Shadrach Ayombo from Manaupete Farms and EcoStewards. So right now we are gathering the raw materials to prepare the compost. So we have here the manure and the green leaves. So, and we are about to prepare the site here. So right now we're just preparing the site and the chapwa.
This is why we have cleared and we have made this place flat, and we've checked and removed any rocks. And as you can see, we are measuring. So like we said, so this is our demo, and we have done a 2 by 1. Okay, so 2 meters by 1, and we want to make 2 heaps for today.
Now I've added our first height. I've added the browns, as you can see here, the greens, and we have also added kitchen waste, which is eggshells, some leftover shima, everything. So as you can see, this is our first height. As you can see behind me, my colleague is stepping on our first heap of waste. So this is called compacting, while we're leveling the waste.
Keep in mind that plastic, bottles, cans, tins, and other metals are not supposed to be added because they are non-biodegradable materials.
So and right now we're adding a thin layer of manure. The manure that we're using is chicken manure. In case you don't have chicken manure, you can use cow manure, goat manure, pig manure, with the exception of human waste or human manure. So we don't use human manure or waste when making our compost. So now we're going to water or add
So as you can see, the process is ongoing. We're just from adding water on manure, and now we're going to repeat the whole process.
So as you can see, we kept on adding layers of green, brown and other kitchen stuff. So far we've added 2 layers of manure, and it looks like we are okay with this heap. It's about 1 meter or so. So what we've done is that we've added in brown grass, and also put in some stick sack or plastic sheeting so that we keep moisture in.
Since our compost is done, we have to wait for 3 to 4 weeks, and then after that we get a big stick and a strong one just like this one. When we get the stick, we need to push it into the compost and check. If the stick is warm, then we know that the compost is not ready. So we have to wait for another week. So if we come and we check again, and if the stick is not warm, that's when the compost has to be turned around.
And after a week, when you check with your stick and it's still warm, then you will have to add more water so that the process can continue, and to make the compost heap to stay cool and not overheat. The reason why we're pouring the water is to avoid overheating. When it overheats, the microorganisms in there die. That's why we're adding the water. Data way. Data guys.
Data look up poche. Now besides material.
As it is right now, it's hot and it's not raining, so we are going to cover this with a plastic so that we keep the moisture. And then in the case where it's raining, you have to leave it open so that it can be watered and absorb moisture.
Well, we've managed to put up 2 heaps of compost here in Manaupete Farm. Remember, we want to expand this initiative. We want to reach you out there, okay, and learn on how to make this. We all have these garden waste, kitchen waste, all these trees that you keep on complaining around to say that they are shedding their leaves. You can make those leaves into use and make something valuable.
A brief advice to all the small scale and large scale farmers. We're not saying today guys start using compost. No, we're saying start small, because the way to sustainable farming starts with this kind of initiatives. So you have to come learn how to make the compost, so that you start small, and as you grow you grow your knowledge about how compost works, how it's good for your farming operations, and how you can improve on the process.
So we came here to make our very own compost. It's not that easy as you may think, but we've managed to make 2 heaps. It requires a lot of manpower, yes, but you don't spend. That's a good part. You just utilize what you have, your kitchen waste, the greens, the browns, the leaves, the dry leaves from the trees, and anything that can decompose other than my plastics, my bottles and the like. We are a very serious initiative, and we wish to go in all the places that we can go, reach out to small farmers and large scale farmers to just share our knowledge and teach them how to make this simple manure that you don't need to spend, and it's something that is good for the environment, because we're returning the nutrients to the environment other than using urea that later on 2 years, 3 years down the line it destroys the soil.